Today we have a new free reward, some huge nerfs, what could possibly be this year's biggest outrage, and more. The last semi-final is about to start in a few hours, and once that has finished you'll be able to go back to the Pickem page and choose who'll win the grand final. Once you've done that, you'll get the final guaranteed Pickem capsule reward. You have just under a week to complete this. Speaking of worlds, there seems to be one time each day, usually at the end of the day, where either this elegance emote drops, or if you're lucky the Mercedes chest drops instead. These dropped yesterday at the end of the semi-final, so it could drop again today and for the grand final. The addition of Quickplay has led to new accounts being unable to complete the player game of blind pick mission to unlock champion rewards. Rioter Gradients mentions that they're aware of the issue and working on updating it ASAP to say Quickplay instead. Something I noticed too, the waiting for stats page after each game seems to be frozen for a lot of people. It's the worst it's been for me personally and has been happening every game. It usually shows if you wait about 30 seconds, but they definitely need to fix it ASAP. Riot have finally killed the AP Ashe spam in ARAM. Her W will have a flat 18-second cooldown. AP Ashe was terrorizing the game mode for so long, and this new change should definitely end it once and for all. They might revert the ability haste nerfs, but Spideraxe wasn't able to work that out just yet. Something I want to quickly point out, it looks like Riot have made a huge nerf to the TFT Pass. There's a lot less levels and apparently it'll cost the same. Obviously this isn't League, but it just goes to show how much Riot could suddenly nerf a battle pass overnight. I don't know too much about TFT, maybe someone could clarify how bad this actually is in the comments. Next up, there's been a bit of outrage over the ping changes. In fact, a post was made on Reddit that blew up. It's only been up for 3 days and it's already the highest upvoted post of the month and top 14 post of the year. What happened was Phreak told people that instead of pinging Karthus Ult, you can just type it in chat. Obviously the issue with this is trying to type all that in the middle of an intense fight instead of just using a quick ping. The problem people had with his comment was the condescending manner he said it in. He did apologize after, but also doubled down on the reasoning behind the change. Apparently player surveys suggest the changes are good because people report a safer environment, but of course that's going to happen. If you remove communication entirely, then no shit the game will be the safest space it's ever been. These surveys act as confirmation bias because of how they are worded and only focus on how communication tools make people feel. What they need to be doing is collecting data on the impact that these changes have on team fights, win rates, and whether champion ultimate use got better or worse. I'm actually more mad at this lazy data collecting than his comments. This big company has incredible access to game VODs, team fight, and ping data. They even have thousands of comments from players saying that this is bad for team fights, and instead they choose to use biased surveys to say the ping changes are a good thing because they make the game feel safer while completely ignoring the impact it has on gameplay itself. I'm genuinely surprised Phreak of all people hasn't expanded on the teamfight or gameplay data that these ping changes have affected. Pings were added in the first place because it's easier to ping than type, which means reversing this is making communicating harder. They're literally contradicting themselves. People were also wondering who these surveys were sent to. A lot of people didn't get them, which means they aren't sending them to everyone. Some people are speculating that they're only sending them to certain groups of people, like low engaged, casual, or new players, and they're definitely not sending them to high elo or even regular players based on what people are saying. They added mute functions for this reason. If people are getting flamed, then they can just mute. They can even mute a certain player's pings if they want. Why isn't this the solution as opposed to punishing the entire player base? Okay, that's enough molding from me. Hopefully they listen to the feedback and do something about it. What do you think about this drama that has everyone freaking out? Let me know below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.